I just wanted to say thank you. This time of life can be challenging sometimes because of all the changes we go through, and whether that be adjusting to college life or trying to balance a job and class or saying hello to new friends and goodbye to some, and just all of the life changes we go through in such a short amount of time. I always had C4 as a safe place during my week to come, and thank you for giving us that opportunity to just sit in his presence sometimes when we really were having bad, busy weeks. And I also want to tell you thank you for reminding me that God's plan for my life was bigger than anything I could have planned for myself, and to just tell him yes when opportunities came up. I also want to thank you for being there and reminding us all to love everybody always, but also reflecting that and showing that to us, because we always knew that you were in our corner and we were supported and we were loved. And you led by example for us, and we were able to go and show others that love. And so I am forever grateful to you and Ashley for being those role models in our lives and for me. So thank you very much. It's been an honor to serve alongside you.
Hey Alex, we just wanted to say thank you and that we love you.
We're very appreciative of you, and we are so thankful to have you and Ashley as such close friends and dear role models in our life. Thank you for teaching us, most importantly, to love everybody always.
Hey Alex, it's Grant Goad. I was told of a collection of videos that were being taken up and presented to you in honor of your time as college minister over at Nettleton. And I'd like to just start off by telling you thank you for the ministry that you have done and created at Nettleton in this college space. The people you've ministered have been helped, and I thank you so much for the ministering that you've done in my life and loving me. So just to start off, I would like to thank you for that. I would also like to thank you for being one of my dearest friends, and in all honesty, a brother figure, if not father figure to me. You know, Alex, I'm reminded of a time I came up to Nettleton. It was a Sunday night, and Ashley came up to me and she goes, "Grant, that's awesome. You know, it's a dress-up night. You're dressed like Alex. That is fantastic." And she was just real happy about that. And I'm thinking to myself, it's a dress-up night? First I'm hearing about it. But I bring that story up not to just tell a funny story and to reminisce on that, but I tell it to say that you have influenced me in all positive ways at that. Even you have influenced, of course, in that regard, the way I dress apparently for that night, but also a whole different spectrum. You've influenced the way that I love people. You've influenced the way that I view ministry, and you've influenced the way that I view myself. And all of these have been in a very positive light. You know, I think back to the Dallas trips whenever we were all laying down and it was super late. We should have been asleep, and I was talking to you and Rhett, and I was just talking about my life and questions I had. I wasn't a believer at the time, but you had patience for me. I remember whenever I wasn't a believer and I wasn't a practicing churchgoer, if you will, and you texting me and checking up on me often. You didn't have to do that, and you did it anyway. You didn't see fruit in that for a very long time, and yet you kept doing it. And I think that's what your ministry at Nettleton really is. It's the fact that you know the love of the Lord so much, and you're running so closely with him that it's overflowing onto everybody else. And I'm not going to get emotional on the video. I'll do it afterwards, but I'm very thankful that I was one of the ones that got to be poured on to. You poured into my life, and you stuck with me through the good and the bad, and I thank you for that, Alex. You'll never know how much I'm truly thankful for you, but not only thankful for you, how much I love you. As I said earlier, you've been like a brother to me that I've never had, and I'm very thankful for that. I don't know that I'd be here today or even be the man that I am today if it wasn't for you. Your love has been one of the greatest I've felt. You and my father are two of the strongest people in my life, and I thank you, Alex. Thank you very much for what you've done for me. I could go on and on, but I don't want to take up very much of your time. And it's also like 90 degrees outside, and I put on a polo for this. So, hey, you know what? We're doing it out here, man. We're making it. Again, I wanted to thank you for this, Alex, and I wanted to thank you for your time in Nettleton and the love that you've given me, but not only me, everybody else who's ever walked through that door. You're one of the greatest ministers I've ever met in my life, and I pray that I'm able to be as strong as you in the faith and to love people like you do. I hope that you're doing well, Alex, and I'll see you later.
Alex, we're going to miss you so much as our college minister, but we're so grateful for everything that you've done for all of us individually and as a group as a whole. And just know that we love you and Ashley and Cam as so much, and we just hope for great things for your future.
Summing up in one video about just how important you are to me is going to be kind of difficult, just because I've been through a lot in the last few years, and from graduating to moving to college to graduating college, you've been there through all of it, and getting in a relationship, losing a lot of friends, and just going through life. You've been there to walk with me through all of it, and I cannot be any more grateful for what you and Ashley have done for me over the past 4 years. I love y'all so much. Sorry. I love y'all so much. And I'm so grateful that we have y'all and that y'all have been such a wonderful example to us in our relationships and teaching us how to love everybody always, and showing us how much we mean to you. Without a doubt, we are so thankful for everything that y'all have done for us.
Hey Alex, I know you and I, we've been through a lot. Early days of Strand, I was just running around annoying you and Rhett, making you, threaten to throw me out in the sanctuary and hiding behind the couches, and, us kids just kind of sitting in there to hang out. And then, we really started to grow closer together, started getting into more deep conversations, about the shovel in. We started up ball at 5. I was only making game winners. Couldn't make a single other shot unless it was, like one-handed behind the back or something. Then we moved to the new church, and, the basketball got a little bit worse because we went outside, but we made do with Frisbee after that. Didn't break any lights, I don't think. And then I felt like our relationship really got a lot closer. Before I even got into college, I was already, hanging all over your arm, walking around talking to people. And then when I graduated high school, you gave me that letter. It's still on my wall. It meant a lot to me. And then you became my college pastor, which was like, my dream come true. Got more opportunities to hang around your arm and just go around with you wherever we went. You've really been the biggest influence in my life, period. Taught me more about Jesus than anybody probably ever will. Really taught me how to be a man, and you become one of my best friends that I'm ever gonna have, ever. There's just nobody like you. Yeah.
Show love, show love, show love. Show love, show love, show love. Let them hate all they want, show love. And when you finally come up, show love.